Hey,
Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Whew, this is
man,
week 13. Wow, it's been 13 weeks already. It
time
still
be
feels
flying.
like it's our first show. Like, this is crazy. All right, we would like to welcome everybody to the Clever Communities in Action Virtual Village Reading. I'm Kalia,
And I'm Jamir.
and as you can see, we are graduates. This is graduating senior attire here. But yes, we are super duper excited to be here with you guys tonight. And we are also super duper excited because we are done with school officially. Got this cap and gown going. Jamir, your graduation was when?
I graduated last Thursday.
Last Thursday. How was it? How did it feel?
You want my honest opinion, or you want what I tell people?
We all about honesty over here. We all about honesty. How did it feel?
I will say that it's great to have the diploma, but
Yes,
I appreciate the little ceremony that they had for us with what they were given. I'll say
yes.
that. I'll say
I
that.
got you. I got you. Well, I graduate next Friday. Well, this Friday coming up. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So
Ugh, you've been in school for forever.
okay. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. So much. So as you guys know, we are virtual village influencers and we are with Clever Communities in Action. And our job here is just to give the team voice, give the team input, and shed light on team issues going on in the Black community. And so today, we're just doing a reading.
Today
But
we just doing the original purpose. We
we
pushing
just,
that
yes,
culturally
we doing that.
affirming literature.
Yes, yes, that literature piece. We are up here. So before we even get into all of that, we got our senior attire, but as the literacy gang, y'all got y'all own special limited edition attire. We just
Mm.
trying to get like y'all when we grow up. So what we are gonna do
See, let me be going all
is
the way.
go to clevercommunities.bigcartel.com and make sure you guys cop y'all literacy gang attire. And Jamir, why is it so important that these people cop this great literacy gang attire?
Well, the reason why this is so important is because this is a way for people to give back to clever communities. Because as a nonprofit, we really focus on the communal aspect of donations. And through here, you get to not only have a fabulous shirt that shows where you spend your weekdays at from 7 to 8, but you also give a lot of the proceeds go back to the community in a sense of you will purchase a shirt, the shirt will then be shipped to you. That's a plus. And then the proceeds will go back to developing our communities so we can make sure that our village grows. And the work we do here at Clever Communities reaches all over. And we're constantly expanding. And we really want to thank you for what you're doing. But as a caveat, this is the last week of pre orders. And I don't know about y'all, but the week ends on Saturday. Today's a Friday. So I would say if you haven't made that jump yet, this is that extra little push to go ahead and get you some gear. I know I got mine.
Oh
I
yeah, definitely.
had to do a lot of Father's Day shopping as well. So, but that's one of the main reasons why we really want people to go out there and make sure you get these shirts, as well as the Juneteenth challenge. And just want y'all to know that today is, I believe, the no
The
7 days from the 19th. It might be the 12th.
11th day,
Yeah,
11th,
12th.
12th. Yep, that right there. And so, if you want to see what day 12 has in store, we can't give y'all the days for free no more. Y'all got to make sure
See,
y'all go to the site and get it because we participate. We doing our part. So we got to make sure that y'all are out here purchasing this calendar so that y'all can do your part as well.
and all that is just $1.99 just to participate in this lovely challenge to unify the community. Because
Yes.
if you didn't know, Juneteenth is a week away, and we got a whole week full of great challenges that y'all can participate in. So
Yep. Just make sure y'all go. That is clevercommunities.bigcartel.com. We got it scrolling down at the bottom down there. Make sure y'all go check this out. This is the last week of pre-order. So if you want to be in that first batch, if you don't want to wait, this is premium limited edition stuff here. So you got to make sure you get it while it lasts.
exquisite,
It's
exquisite.
exquisite. It's the best of the best. Best materials from the best gang in the whole entire city. Don't mind me with my cap and gown. This is really my first time putting it on. So, without further ado, we're going to give y'all what y'all came here for. So, tonight, we have an amazing reader. I'm talking about this reader is elite. This reader is doing better than me when I was his age. So, this reader is prominent and he looks just like us. Damir, could you do the honors of bringing up our exquisite, our lovely reader for tonight?
I will. But before that, we got to make sure that everybody knows just exactly where they are. So
Gotcha.
we'll just give you this right here real quick, just so you remember where you at.
Look, mommy, community in action, but oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too, but oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Learning, exploring my history, you see. Look, mommy, let us down to that. We confident, we practice and develop fluency. Look, daddy, let us down to that. Families, they bonding and representing me. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, auntie, let us down to that. Nice, I see, let us down to that. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit. Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that.
Yes, indeed. We do love the sound of that.
That was
And
our theme song.
Beautiful theme song. Thank you, Miss Portia. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to introduce one of the premier readers on the show. He is a regular. He is a phenomenal speaker. Just, he inspires me. I want to be him when I grow up. Like, when I saw him, he made me realize just how important this was right here. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Chancellor. How you doing?
Say hi. Hello. Get away. They can see you.
And we have somebody else that would love to say hi to you. You are going to bring up somebody else who would love to say hi to you, Chancellor. Hey, Mr. Jordan.
Mr. Jordan.
Say hi, Mr. Rodney.
Hi, Mr. Watney.
Hey, Chancellor, I had to come up and say hi to you. And I'm so glad they played the theme song for you because I knew you would be upset if they didn't play that theme song.
Yes, he was like, oh, that's not the end of the song. So he loves the theme song.
But it's not the end.
All right, you all have at it. Just wanted to say hi to Chancellor. Good to see you.
Gotcha.
And congratulations, influencers, again.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great time.
Thank you.
All right,
Chancellor. You're here with the elite. He's the one that motivated us to put our one. He got ours. He got his. We got ours.
Yeah.
Say hi, Chancellor.
Hi, Mrs. Star.
Say yes.
Yes.
What are you going to be reading with us today?
Tell them the name of it.
Basquiat.
Radiant Child.
Basquiat.
And Basquiat is the person in the book.
Okay.
So you ready?
Y'all ready?
Okay, so we are ready.
I'm gonna go ahead.
4.
You ready to read? Look. Okay, the story that we're reading tonight is called Radiant Child.
Basquiat.
It's the story of young artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. This book is a Caldecott award-winning book. It is also a Coretta Scott King award-winning book. And this book is written by Javaka Steptoe.
Steptoe.
All right, are you ready? Are you ready to read? Nice and loud, okay?
Yes.
All right.
Somewhere in Brooklyn, between hearts and that stump, double dutch and hopscotch, and salty mouth, that's sweet eyes, a little boy dreams of being a famous artist.
Keep going, nice and loud.
In his house, You can tell a serious artist well, as he sits at a table with pencils scattered everywhere. John Marcel draws from the morning until night with a serious face amid a storm of paper. He refused to sleep until he has created a masterpiece.
Okay, keep going.
At night,
Images,
images
enchant,
enchant John Marcel's mind as he wakes from his dreams to add one more line.
Okay, keep going.
His drawings are not neat or clean,
Speak loud.
nor does he the color inside the lines. They are sloppy, ugly, and sometimes weird, but still beautiful. Ow!
I'm sorry. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Okay, speak loud, just like you scream. Okay, you ready? All right.
His art comes from his mother Matilda, a
Puerto,
Puerto Rican woman who can do designs, who designs
and sews.
and sews, cooks and cleans, and makes the house look like a stylish magazine.
Keep reading.
But most important, she rides on the floor and draws with John Marcel on his father's old work paper. Again.
All right, keep going. Nice and loud. Come on, big boy, let's go.
From her, he learns that art is not the
Not only in
the
the,
pottery books he reads to himself,
no, to him,
to him,
or in
the
the,
theaters in the museums they visit. Art
art is the,
is the sweet games of little children. In our style and the words that we speak is how the messy patchwork of a city creates meaning,
new meaning,
new meaning for things.
ordinary things. Sorry.
Are we gonna read one more? Are we gonna read one more?
The whole book, and you already know that. Okay, here we go.
While visiting the museum, they look at his favorite works of art, reading the story behind each artist, reading the story behind each work. This is how John Marcel learns what it means to be a favorite artist.
Okay.
Back at home, he creates jazz on
He creates
art on the floor as his father
Gerard,
Gerard plays jazz, records, Mama Matilda cooks.
arroz con pollo,
What's that?
rice and chicken.
Rice, almost con pollo. And calls himself me armor.
Mi amor,
Me amor. What's that?
my love.
My love. My love.
Okay, let's keep going.
The energy and life of the city can be felt in each line of his drawing.
Okay.
As time goes by, John Marcel learns that art has been a healing power. After a car accident, he's scared and confused. Matilda gives him a book to calm his fears. It is filled with pictures of bones, skulls, and other body parts just like me.
Mm-hmm.
John Marcel
Draws
from it until he knows all by his heart. He's no longer afraid.
Okay.
Back at home, John Marcel's body feels what his heart breaks. His mother mind is not well, and the fourth family breaks. He no longer rides on the floor and draw with John Marcel, but sits the windows
But
sits
by
the window only
singing
only the birds. John Marcel is confused and filled with terrible blues. When Matilda can no longer at home.
Can no longer live at home. Let's keep going.
He tries drawing the table out of his room, but things are not the same. As John Marcel grows older, he visits his mother when he can, always bringing his artwork to show, telling her that one day it will be in a museum when I am a famous artist.
Is he going to be a famous artist?
Yes!
So he is speaking that into existence already as a young boy.
What's his
Wait,
name?
we'll read the comments when we're finished. Keep going. Almost there.
A teenager now, John Marcel decides, Papa, I'll be very, very famous on one day. Papa with a side look, a twinkle in his eye. John Marcel leaves Brooklyn for New York City. The Lower East Side, a concrete jungle where only tough survive.
Okay, keep going. During the day,
dressed up in a green jumpsuit, splattered with paint, dressed in John Marcel stays with friends, sleeping on couches and floors, leaving a barrage of collages and palm-filled papers, leaving everywhere he goes.
okay?
At night, John Marcel waits the wall downtown with poems and drawings that catch the eye of artist galleries goers. and that's passersby. Under his art, he signs the name Samo. It's sort of John himself. Everyone wants to know.
Everybody
wants to know who is Samo.
Who is Samo?
Who is Samo? Like who is Samo?
That's his alias. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Samo moves three corners
To art gallery.
to our gallery walls with powerful covering
Composition.
conversation in one
Collaging.
and painting on anything he can find. His art still not neat or clean, and definitely not inside the lines, but still somehow still beautiful.
Okay, almost there.
With his magical charm, John Marcel draws a crown, but when it's time to work, he prefers to be alone. But with the radio and TV on full blast.
Okay, keep going.
Now in this
Expensive
suit, spotted with paint, he flips stacks of magazines and open books, and paints into the night, sometimes from just
for
4
days.
days at a time, while sounds
Images.
jump to his head.
Okay.
This is the last one.
Almost.
John Marcel, an artist among artists never
Doubt.
one line created from a soundtrack. All
that is
all
his own. Here we go.
People describe him as a radiant, a genius child.
But
in his heart, he's the king. So he draws a crown for himself and others he
admires. Okay.
It is
a grown
man now with the art world in his hands. John himself
still
visit his mother when he can, and at his most put himself above all the critics, fans, and artists he
admires. The
place of honor, his mother, a queen on a throne.
Yes.
He is now a famous artist. Now that's the end.
And so sit beside me as I read this insert that is in the back of the book. I wanted to share this. This is more about Jean-Michel Basquiat. And it reads, Jean-Michel Basquiat was born on December 22nd, 1960, and grew up in Brooklyn, New York. His father was from Haiti, and his mother's family was from Puerto Rico. I need you to be quiet. Living in a trilingual household, Jean-Michel spoke French, Spanish, and English. While his father had some artistic skill, it was Jean-Michel's mother, Matilda, who drew with him and took him to museums. He particularly liked seeing the painting called Guernica by Pablo Picasso in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, and it now hangs in the Museo Reina Sofia in Madrid, Spain. Some people think that Guernica shows the suffering of people and animals when warplanes bombed the village of Guernica, Spain during the Spanish Civil War. It is one of the most famous anti-war paintings ever created, a form of activism through art and a piece that shows the power of an artist's voice, which may have inspired young Jean-Michel. When he was about 7 years old, Jean-Michel was hit by a car and badly injured. His mother gave him a copy of Gray's Anatomy, perhaps to help him understand what was happening inside his body as he recovered. The medical textbook became an important influence in his later work. That same year, Matilda began suffering from mental health issues and eventually left the family home, a difficult loss of an important daily role model for Jean-Michel. As he grew older, though, he visited his mother and showed her his artwork, which helped maintain their relationship. At age 17, Jean-Michel moved away from home. He sold postcards and t-shirts of his own designs to support himself, and he used whatever he could find as a canvas. His first recognized work was a graffiti series created with his friend Al Diaz starting in 1977, tagged with the name Samo. The traditional art was looking for something new, modern, and connected to street culture, and Basquiat arrived at the perfect time. His first public exhibition was in the Times Square show in 1980, and his first solo show was in Italy in 1981, the year he sold his first painting, which would be followed by many others. He also met and became friends with other famous artists of the time period like Andy Warhol and Keith Haring. Basquiat lived an exhilarating life, but underneath the excitement of his success, he struggled with the drug addiction until his death on August 12, 1988, when he was only 27 years old. His paintings now sell for millions of dollars and are collected and displayed in museums all around the world, such as the Whitney Museum of American Art and the Brooklyn Museum. So this is the book, Radiant Child, the story of young artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. I would encourage you to get this. Paul Picasso, if you are watching, this book is for you.
That was amazing. That was amazing. I am blown away. And Chancellor, how old are you?
4.
4. This baby is 4 years old, reading better than some of the people I know. That's my age. That's graduating with me. That is insane. So
Wait.
I'm still blown away at his ability. It's amazing.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
These comments because
Bye.
everybody was here for
Let's look at the comments.
Something about babies and the joy of reading is so exhilarating. I agree.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, bye.
No, let's look at the comments.
Aww.
We'll be quick, Chancellor. We'll be quick. What a dope way to get your day going, as always. Wonderful job, Chance.
Say thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you. Oh, bye.
Nope, we still have more. Look.
Aww.
He is tired today, but let's look at the comments. Look, it says what?
You're an amazing boy and you smile. And I'm sure last comment.
Oh,
I love his ability to ask questions when he doesn't understand. Love the Mia Moore. This moment, I love you guys. So, Chancellor was an amazing reader. We enjoyed him as always.
Let me go.
Wait, you're not being nice tonight. He is. I'm gonna let him go. Go ahead, and I'm gonna get him.
Thank you, guys. Amazing. So, just a quick question. When did you know that Chancellor was so good at reading? Like, when was the love of reading encapsulated into his young life as him being only 4 and able to read so fluently?
He started reading. I noticed that he was able to read it starting at 2. Started with letter sounds, and then at 3, he was reading words. I mean, just picking up on words that I had never taught him. I mean, it was like I tell everybody, it's a God-given gift because he has not had any formal instruction. He just absorbs words and in the images that he sees on print and on the TV. So I am blessed. I'm blessed to have this gifted child here.
Yes, he is amazing. I want you for your dedication and showing that he has that love for literature, because he's going to go far. If these are the type of children that's going to be taking our place as influencers, I am happy. They're definitely going to do a great job. I am so proud of him. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, and best wishes in college. Y'all are gonna go far. I'm so impressed with you all.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right, Jameer. How did you feel about Chancellor?
Bro, you notice I was quiet the whole time, right? Like, I ain't never been so emotional and broken up, but I see what Miss Star means when she says she got to get the tissues out, because I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready for that one. Like, bro, he started reading.
Not so emotional, broken up.
He was reading, and it was the fact that, like, I felt it. Like, I felt that one. Because that reminded me when I was like 4, and I was with my mom, man. It, like, from the whole scene was just, I felt that. Like, that was,
Took you back.
Indeed,
Yes,
man.
Like, that was amazing. I was speechless the whole time. I was like, he's just reading these sentences like he's all right. She just
exactly
with
better than me. Like, but one thing I will say is
exactly.
One, Chancellor talked about how everyone has a crown, and obviously Chancellor's wearing his crown tonight, and he inspired us to wear ours. But I got to put on my actual crown now, so I'm going to take this off real quick.
Oh Lord, we got Prince Jameer coming in.
And I'm going to put this one on. This says how.
Oh my goodness.
Chat, I just feel like
I thought he was talking about a real crown.
So I got to put on my crown. And the other was the fact that, like, it was just really emotional, and you could see that, like, you could see the parallels of Basquiat and his mom helping him out and getting him to get where he needed to be and where he was going to be in his greatness. And then we have Chancellor here with his mother, Miss Crystal, getting to him where he needs to be in his greatness. And that's love right there, man. Like, that is the virtual village 2020. Regardless of all of the COVID-19 and the social climate, that's love. Like, nothing's gonna replace that motherly love right there. And that, I felt that. Like, I love my job, man. I love my job.
That's a great point. That was great. I do too. We always are astounded. And just to reiterate what Miss Portia said, the love, the Mia Moore embrace mommy's face moment, it was so touching. I was like, oh. Not only is he reading a book that would normally be challenging for a 4-year-old, it has different languages incorporated in it, and he's just flowing through it like it's English. Like,
yo, like when he said concrete jungle, bro, I felt that, because I was like, okay.
No, sir. GSU Grand Fam influencers. CQ, this is why you're not on the show, because you out here spitting some subpar illustrations right here. Nah. I mean, Grand Fam, we get it. It's cool. You better draw that parallel. Yes, Miss Star. He drew that parallel.
Oh man, that was beautiful. Like, thank you, Chancellor and Miss Chris, for sharing your time with us. I mean, wow. I don't know.
So to piggyback off of Miss Portia has an event for us to go to. And I want to make sure that everybody is in tune with the wondrous things that we have going on within our own virtual village. Still social distancing, so it's still virtual. But we are having the Still I Rise 5th Annual Teen Leadership Seminar, Riding the Wave of Resiliency in the Face of COVID-19, tomorrow, June 13th, 2020, from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So make sure you set your alarms because I'm going to set mine because my sleeping schedule is done for and I usually wake up at 12. So I'm definitely going to set my alarm for that. But this is going to be a wonderful event put on by one of our virtual village family members, Miss Portia. It's for 7th through 12th graders. 7th through 12th graders. So our teen family, that 13 age to this great cap and gown 17, 18 age here. So if you have a 7th grader through a 12th grader, make sure that you register. You can register, text 2020 seminar to 757-692-9829 for more information. We are so excited to be a part of this Still I Rise. Are you going tomorrow, Jamir?
Of course I'm going. I wouldn't miss it for anything. I mean, when I heard about it, I was like, okay, so this is something that's definitely going on the calendar. Right back there. It's marked. It's marked. That whole set. And I just encourage everyone to make sure you get your little cousins and your brothers and sisters and your children to get out there because it's essential. It's essential. It's like this is something that's good for the community.
Yes. So remember, for more information, text 2020 seminar to 757-692-9829 and make sure you meet us there because we're going to be there. I'm going to be up. I'm going to set my alarm and I'm going to be up. All right, you guys. So we're going to break up our next reader. But before we do that, I want to let you know that you guys have to stay tuned to the end because we have a big surprise, a big announcement, and you got to stay tuned to the end to get it. But I'm going to allow our reader to go first. So, Jamir, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Kick myself off the screen. I'm going to let you go ahead and read to the family.
All right. How y'all doing, Literacy Gang, Virtual Village? Y'all know me, I'm Jamir, and today I will be reading The Princess and the Pea. And usually I would have Naya with me in situations like this, but they went to the store. So hopefully I can follow up after chance like that and keep the same energy that Naya typically reads with. But so this is The Princess and the Pea, retold and illustrated by Rachel Isadora, Caldecott honor winner. All right, so here we go. And I love the art style of books like this. Like I remember when I read Sundiata, and I just love the art style. But The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time, there was a prince. As you can see, this is a prince. We have a lot of royalty in the virtual village. A lot of royalty. The prince wanted to marry a real princess, so he traveled all over the world in the hopes of finding such a lady. And here we have him traveling all across the globe. Right now, he's in the desert. He met many princesses, but it was difficult to tell whether they were real ones. So our prince is in a dilemma right now. He's in a dilemma. Iskawaran. See, now he's talking. I just really love the art style. I really love the art style, man. Salam. You see the tattoos, the different cultures. Jambo Habari. This I do know. This is Swahili. This is hello, how are you? Oh, look at me. That was Swahili. There was something about each princess that was not quite right. So the prince came home again and was sad. So we have our prince. He's a little disheartened because it just didn't feel right to him. One evening, there was a terrible storm. Suddenly, a knocking was heard at the gate, and the old king went to open it. Okay. There was a princess standing at the gate, but good gracious, what a sight the rain and the wind had made her look. And yet, She said she was a real princess. How could this be? How could this be? The elements really mess old girl up, but she's got a crown on. Ah, we shall soon find out if she is real, said the queen. So she went into the bedroom, where she laid a pea upon the bedstead. Then she took 22 mattresses and laid them on the pea, and then put 20 feather beds on top of the mattresses. So the queen is about to put her to a test. On this, the princess had to lie all night. As we can see, some beautiful prints right here for the bedspreads. And here comes our princess going to climb up there. The next morning, the princess was asked how she had slept. Oh, very badly, said the princess. I scarcely closed my eyes all night. Heaven only knows what was in the bed, but I was lying on something hard, so that I am black and blue all over. That's horrible, said the king. Wonder what that could be. Now they knew that she was a real princess because she had felt the pea right through the 20 mattresses and the 20 feather beds. Nobody but a real princess could be as sensitive as that. So she passed the test. So the prince took the princess for his wife. It appears they lived happily ever after. The pea was put in a museum where it may still be seen if no one has stolen it. There. That is a true story. And here we have our pea right there. Hopefully it's still there, not any museums abroad. And then 3 ways to say hello in Africa. In Ethiopia, we have salam, which is Amharic. I hope I'm not butchering that. In Somalia, it's Iska Waran, which is Somali. And in Kenya, Jambo Habari, which is Swahili. And that's what we knew. And a little bit about our author, Mrs. Rachel Isadora, has written and illustrated numerous picture books, including Ben's Trumpet, a Caldecott Honor winner, and Bring On That Beat, as well as the popular Lily at Belay series. Rachel lived in Africa on and off for 10 years, inspiring her to give this classic story an African setting. The work of artists Aaron Douglas and Romare Bearden was also very influential as Rachel worked on the illustrations for this book. She now lives in New York City, which is appropriately Basquiat's home abode. So just seeing how all that ties together, that was really nice. But there we go. The Princess and the Pea.
All right, Jamir, that was wonderful. I love that story. Honestly, I know I would have been passed up as the princess because I sleep through anything. Through her. I would not have felt that pee under all them blankets. I'm going to tell you that right now. But let me pull up some of these comments. Miss Don says, what is the big announcement? After we pull up all these comments, we will definitely let y'all know. But it's big. It's big. Y'all gonna have to sit down for that one. Go ahead, get your water bottles. Go ahead, get your blankets on. You might need a Kleenex or two, but it's coming. Thank you, CCIA family. You all have my eyes all teared up. Of course, Miss Portia, we will be there. I got my alarm set. I'm here. We're going to be there to take part in such a wondrous event. So thank you for putting on this event. Jamir, you are phenomenal. I love your ad-libs. Yes. Jamir always makes us feel like we're in the book. He makes us he makes sure that we engage because he's always pulling something from the book to make sure that you're still listening. We love that. Good job reading, Jamir.
Thank you.
And our baby influencer. We love it. We love it. Love the illustrations and the languages spoken in The Princess and the Pea. Definitely. definitely ties us into our cultural roots.
Most def, man.
We love and appreciate you. Looking forward to tomorrow. Yes, Miss Portia, we will be there. It's confirmed. We'll be there.
Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded.
Yes, an excellent role model for all young Black males destined for greatness. Keep up the excellent job you're doing. Yes, Jamir, keep up the excellent job that you are doing. Even though you're going to Howard, keep up the excellent work. I so love this platform, always such positivity. And everything that's going on, we got to keep a smile on. We got to make sure that everybody is in the best of spirits. Leah, I wouldn't have felt it either. I'm saying, Miss Star, I'm talking like under all them pillows, under all them blankets, I would have slept like a baby. It's nothing that I would have felt under there. So, one last comment.
Thank you.
Great. We got to make sure we got it. So, for everybody that stayed on towards the end, I know you're wondering, what's the big announcement? Why did we keep you all here? So, June 19th, not only is it Juneteenth, not only is it the day I graduate, but it's the last day of our internship. Go ahead, let the tears fall, because I'm not gonna cry on camera, because I already let my tears out. I already shed the tears, but
oh man,
it is our last day of the internship. So while we're up here, I would just like to say thank you, Miss Star, thank you, Mr. Jordan. Thank you, Virtual Village, and thank you, Clever Communities in Action, for allowing us this amazing opportunity. I can say personally, when my mom first presented me the opportunity, I was kind of nervous. I was like, I don't know if I can host the show. Like I'm good at speaking engagements, but hosting a whole show, I don't think I could do it. Getting our own segment, I didn't think I could do it, but I tried it anyway because I wanted the opportunity, I wanted the connections, and I wanted to see what was this virtual village all about. And it was the best decision I have ever made. I've met some lifelong friends. We got friends in DC. We're going to have friends in Louisiana. I have some amazing friends who are going to be better than me during their high school career and onto their college career. I've learned so much about running a show, about StreamYard, about so many different people. And I've been connected with the best gang in the whole state of Virginia. To be honest, in this nation, I'm gonna just go that far. But the best gang ever. So I definitely thank Virtual Village for allowing us to be a part. I'm gonna let Jamir say what he got to say about this amazing experience.
Man, like, remember when we first got the email and we was doing the little interviews?
Yes, I was nervous.
It don't feel that long ago, did it? Though?
It feels like yesterday, but then it feels like 6 weeks ago at the same time, if you feel what I'm saying.
I know exactly how you feel, because each week we just be setting the bar so high, but we done lost track of time. And now next week is the last show for us. And I will say that the Virtual Village has truly been a blessing upon my life. And just like Kalia said, I was thanking Mr. Rodney, Miss Star, Clever Communities, the Virtual Village, everybody out there, whether you're on the radio station, YouTube, Facebook, just tuning in and just fellowshipping with us, especially during this time, is been great. And it's really bittersweet, man. Because when I first got the call, I was sitting there like, man, I don't know, this seemed like it's a lot. But then when I got on, I'm like, what more can I do? And the time definitely blew right by with that. But I will say this, just because the internship ends nominally doesn't mean that the work is done whatsoever. You will see me back on here. I got a whole little bookshelf. I'm gonna get some more books for y'all, and you're gonna see me doing what I just did, and you will definitely see me in the comments, because I can't get enough of Shania. I can't get enough of Chance. I can't get enough of anybody reading anybody. And I feel like this is one of the best kept secrets, in the sense that everybody needs to know about it, but so many people don't. But that's all gonna change. Believe that. Like that's all gonna change. Everything is gonna be on 12 when we get back. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Tasha. Thank you. Like, thank you, Miss Tasha. Thank you, Miss Latanya. It's been a beautiful journey. It's been a beautiful journey. And it word cannot describe it, man. Because y'all had me emotional from like earlier when Chancellor was reading, and then you're gonna put me on the spot about how I feel about clever communities in action.
Gotta put you on
Feel it all.
I'm trying not to cry big alligator tears, but Lord, because this has just been such an amazing experience. I've gotten a second family, a second home, and like Jamir said, this work doesn't stop. So if you need us for anything, if you just need us to sit in the audience and cheer you on, if you need us to speak, if you need us to advocate, we are always here. We are always one click away. We are a virtual village literacy gang for life. We are always going to be here. This work will never stop. And they've been commending us in these comments, so we got a shout out, salute, standing ovation, and applause. Well done. You all will definitely be missed. I pray nothing but blessings on your new journey. I love you all, and I'm so proud of you. I'm not going to cry like Mary J. Blige. Got to hold it back into the next week. Y'all look so scholarly this evening. I'm excited for your futures. Yes, you already know, Mama, but to walk the stage, you know.
Man. But with all that being said about the literacy gang and what clever communities means to us, it would be a disservice if we didn't. Exactly. Literacy gang for life. And what better way to show that, right? Than going to clevercommunities.bigcartel.com or going to clevercommunities.org and getting you some of these.
Like Jamir said, like
there it is.
Everybody wants to be a part of the literacy gang. But I got this cap on, I only wear this June 19th. Jamir had his cap on. He wore that last Thursday, But we want y'all to have something to remember us by forever. So make sure you guys go to clevercommunities.bigcartel.com and get one of these limited edition now. These are the only ones.
That right there. What they say? Literacy. We that's been our mission since the beginning. Culturally affirming literature, making sure that our youth see themselves in one of the main sources of media and education, culture. We're building a loving culture here, and we're reaffirming Black culture. We're reaffirming that it's beautiful, it's lovely. We're reaffirming Black love, and not just in the sense of loving books, but in the sense of loving each other, community. The organization is called Clever Communities in Action. We are not only a group of individuals, but we are our unified community working together so that way we can make sure our community and our society is better in the clever ways. You see what I did there? I'm about to make it all go together. Clever ways since the political education and also having a firm foundation of loving your Blackness in action. This live stream is action. The read-ins that we've done before this in action. When we had the opportunities for children to read books to their barbers, that was action. And guess what? In the future, we're going to come together with more actions for you so that way the work can continue to be done. I mean, that's just
follow that up. I don't even gotta say no more. He done gave you the whole breakdown of the name of the whole organization. It's nothing to say. But make sure that you guys, in order to remain knowledgeable, to remain engaged, to remain loving, and to remain grounded in light of everything that's been going on, we're going to need a moment to meditate, to reflect, to educate, and to rest up before we go out onto this battlefield, whether it be in the protests, whether it be in these lobbies, whether it be in these council chambers. Before we go out into the front lines, we got to make sure that we take care of ourselves. And what better way to take care of ourselves than with our Juneteenth challenge? Make sure you guys purchase. It's only $1.99. Today is day 12. And although it's not on the screen, we can't give it to y'all. Y'all got to make sure that y'all purchase this calendar so y'all can be a part of this self-reflection, meditating, restful challenge.
Indeed.
Yes.
Because the Juneteenth challenge is to make sure that you're doing something to remain active, but not so much that you're getting overburdened with what's going on with the current social climate. The Juneteenth challenge is, in a way, it's meant to reconnect you with with what's going on in your life. It's the fact that you might have a day of meditation, or you might have a day of listening to music by your favorite Black artists, or you might be calling one of your elders, or you might be invigorating one of the youth with words of affirmation, or you just might be just sitting down and loving your family and just focusing on your breathing and processing everything that's going on.
Yes.
Or, like Kalia said, you might be taking a moment to actually look at yourself in the mirror and ask, are you fully healed from the social conditioning of America? That's what the Juneteenth challenge for. It's a multifaceted attempt to make sure that you are engaged in a variety of facets in life. And
Yes.
that's why we really encourage everyone to go out there.
Yes, when we created this challenge, we had no idea that there was going to be an Ahmaud Arbery, a Breonna Taylor, or George Floyd. So in light of these situations, we want to make sure that we get in tune with what it means to be Black, what it means to be family oriented, and what it means to be ourselves. So make sure you purchase this holistic challenge on clevercommunities.bigcartel.com. It's only $1.99 after shipping and taxes, probably $2 to ship change. So instead of spending that on a Sprite, spend it on something that will build you up.
Exactly.
So without further ado, thank you all for coming and joining us. We are here, and this is it. This is it. Any closing out words, Jamir?
I got a few.
Ooh.
Before we close out, once again, thank you to the Virtual Village 2020 for having me as one of the original, I'm gonna hold on to that, original
OG
2020 influencers.
Mr. We need that as a shirt. We need that on the shirt.
We're gonna talk after the show. Sure. But thank you. And remember, the purchasing of the materials, the shirts, the Juneteenth challenge, those go back to Clever Communities in Action. So Clever Communities can give back to you. And that's what we're really working for. It's another avenue so the community can be built up, it can be solidified, and it can be reaffirmed. And don't forget, Miss Portia, the wonderful woman, and her daughter who created our theme song. She's having a Still I Rise Zoom call tomorrow from 10 o'clock to 11:30. Make sure that you get your children into it from grade 7 to 12th grade. And it's really something that we need, because as a society, we become angsty from the quarantine. And while a lot of things are opening up, a lot of things aren't open. But what is open is these Zoom calls, so you can open your homes and making sure that your children get into what they need to be, because it's a lot of free time and a lot of we all graduate and schools are over. What better way to start your summer than be around other Black kids with the same mission as you of trying to be the best you can be? This is that solid base we're talking about. So I want to thank Miss Portia for this opportunity. You will definitely see me there. You'll see some other influences as well. I'm not going to say no names, though, because that's a part of the surprise. But make sure you tune into that one. And my last word would be thank you, Chancellor. You really made me feel really, really great. Like I was this close from crying real thug tears, but I made sure that I was gonna stay strong. But as soon as this ends, I'm gonna go get these tissues. But thank you, Chancellor. I appreciate that. Thank you, Chancellor. Thank you, Miss Crystal. Thank you for everyone for showing up tonight. It's truly a blessing to fellowship with you as always. And that's enough out of me.
All right. Like Jamir said, I just want to say thank you before we leave. You guys not only made sure that we made history as the class that graduated without a graduation, but you made sure we made history as the first Virtual Village 2020 influencers. This is y'all investment into our future, so that when we get big and famous, we can look down and say, yes, this was our base. This is who supported us before we got off and did the amazing things that we are set out to do. So I thank you guys. I love you guys. And without further ado, we got to make sure we play our dope theme song. So,
look, mommy, community in action. But oh my, let us down that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. But oh my, let us down that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down that. Look, granny, let us down that. Look, granny, let us down that. that. Learning and exploring about history, you see. Look, mommy, I love the sound of that. We confident, we practice and developing fluency. Look, daddy, I love the sound of that. Families, they bonding, they representing me. Look, Brandy, I love the sound of that. Look, I'm here, love the sound of that. Nice, I see, I love the sound of that.
So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have a sit.
Look, mommy, give me the read in action. Well, oh my, love the sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, love the sound